Chapter 1831. Heavenly Court Notices. Heavenly Court. Qin Dingling floated in the air. She had an extremely solemn expression. She had been preparing this killer move for 3 days and nights. Go. At the next moment, she burst out with a grand golden light. The light shot out like a 5-tailed peacock, chirping and spreading its wings as it flew. When this golden light reached a certain area in the sky, it exploded and scattered into countless light specks. Within the light specks, a huge tunnel was vaguely seen. Fairy Ziwei, who was beside Qin Dingling, became shocked as she shouted, "There was really a tunnel here." Qin Dingling was bleeding from her 7 orifices. Her body shook as her face turned pale. She went to rest. "Thank you for the hard work." Duke Long was around too, evidently moved. Qin Dingling breathed deeply for a while as she sighed. "Too close. If I had not soul-searched Zhao Linyun a while ago and learned some information regarding Giant Sun's all living beings' luck true inheritance, with just my own attainment, I would not have found Giant Sun Immortal Venerable's arrangements here." Duke Long snorted coldly. This Giant Sun Immortal Venerable had ill intentions. Back when he toured Heavenly Court, he already set up this hidden path. This luck path true inheritance is truly profound. Even our great Heavenly Court could not detect it. But heavens will favors our Heavenly Court. At the crucial moment, Fairy Qin woke up and exposed Giant Sun Immortal Venerable's devious scheme. Fairy Ziwei breathed in deeply too. With this arrangement, Giant Sun Immortal Venerable created a way to enter Heavenly Court. If it activates, Longevity Heaven's Gu Immortals might likely attack us directly. Indeed, that is the behavior of these Northern Plains brutes. Duke Long said. Fairy Ziwei's eyes shined with bright light. However, since we found this in advance, we can deal with this arrangement. We can even make use of it to ambush Northern Plains instead. This will be very helpful for the Central Continent Refinement Path Convention in a few years. Qin Dingling made a huge contribution, but she still had a grim expression. She sighed. Giant Sun Immortal Venerable has 3 true inheritances of self-luck, all living beings' luck, and heaven and earth luck. In order to deal with him, I cultivated all living beings' luck alone. After so many years, I thought that I had reached his level. But today, I learned that our difference is still so immense. Fairy Ziwei consoled her. None of the venerables can be assessed using common sense. Senior's luck path attainment is already Heavenly Court's blessing. It allowed us to overcome our greatest weakness. From now on, Heavenly Court also has a proper luck path true inheritance. Qin Dingling said, "To guard against accidents, I have already placed my luck path true inheritance in the treasury. But the best case is to obtain Giant Sun Immortal Venerable's true inheritances. It is a pity that even though Zhao Linyun saw the all living beings' luck true inheritance in Imperial Court blessed land, she was too weak then and only obtained a tiny portion. That Ma Hongyun was the user of fortune rivaling heaven. He must have known more information, but Fang Yuan captured him instead." Mentioning Fang Yuan, Fairy Ziwei frowned. "Speaking of which, Fang Yuan has not shown up for a long time. Even though we placed a lot of defense in the River of Time, Fang Yuan is nowhere to be seen. He has myriad year flying warship, but does not show much interest in Red Lotus true inheritance. Is it because we cannot detect his traces, or—" Mentioning Red Lotus true inheritance, Duke Long frowned too. He said, "Let's make the worst-case assumption. We will treat it as if Fang Yuan has already obtained Red Lotus true inheritance. To subdue Fang Yuan, in my opinion, the focus is still on Guyu Fangzheng." Qin Dingling smiled. Different from the previous life, Guyu Fangzheng received a great amount of attention. He was already a significant figure to Duke Long and Fairy Ziwei. Through Heavenly Court's arrangements and a great deal of resources, Guyu Fangzheng's strength was also improving rapidly. Immortal killer move. Blood turns cold. 3 desolate beasts became slower as they eventually froze and fell on the ground, grunting. The victor, Guyu Fangzheng, floated in the air, looking at the 3 desolate beasts lying below him as his robe remained clean and untouched. Blood path killer moves are truly powerful. Zhao Linyun was standing beside him as they fought together. Fangzheng cupped his fists. "It was all thanks to your help, Fairy. Otherwise, why would I get so many opportunities to fight in real combat?" Zhao Lianyun smiled. We both have a common goal. We should work together, right? Similar to the previous life, Zhao Lianyun also took the initiative to befriend Feng Zheng. Zhao Lianyun loved Ma Hongyun, but he was killed by Fang Yuan. Even though he died, the soul remained. There was a chance of reviving him. Heavenly Court follows the will of heaven. They do not want to revive Hongyun. After all, if he revives, wouldn't that defy fate? Even though I am Spirit Affinity House's current generation fairy, Heavenly Court only treats me as a pawn. They only want to make use of me. Earlier, that female immortal Qin Dingling soul searched me. That is the best evidence. In this aspect, Fang Zheng and I are similar. We are both pawns, but Heavenly Court places greater importance on Fang Zheng. Thus, if I want to revive Hongyun, I can only rely on myself. I need to find an opportunity. Zhao Lianyun made her own plans. Zhao Lianyun knew her own situation. Fang Zheng was also no longer ignorant. After his experiences, he knew his own situation and why Zhao Lianyun was acting like this to befriend him. Fang Zheng did not dislike Zhao Lianyun. They were in similar situations. He felt a sense of empathy towards her. As the two spoke, Guyu Fang Zheng kept the 3 desolate beasts in his immortal aperture. The 3 desolate beasts did not die. After he familiarized himself with blood turns cold, he was now able to use it effectively to capture enemies. Fang Zheng had put a lot of effort into this killer move indeed. Originally, Fairy Ziwei planned to nurture Fang Zheng through closed cultivation. But after Qin Dingling awakened, she told her to change this plan. Therefore, Guyu Fang Zheng took the sect mission and came to suppress the 3 desolate beasts causing chaos. The mission was completed now. Fang Zheng was planning to collect all his loot and return to Feihe Mountain. But to think that within the desolate beast's cave, there was a secret tunnel that to prevent the desolate beast cubs from remaining in the tunnel. Zhao Lianyun and Fang Zheng decided to fly into the tunnel after a discussion. The result was surprising to both of them. This tunnel was incredibly long. As they continued to fly downwards, the tunnel became wider. It could basically fit a mountain. This should be an earth trench. The 3 desolate beasts we caught should have nothing to do with the earth trench. Zhao Lianyun analyzed. Fang Zheng nodded, but he had his suspicions. I guess that too, but this earth trench is too strange. Normally speaking, it should be filled with vitality. Beasts and plants should be everywhere. But after we flew for so long, we saw no life forms. This earth trench is not simple. We should explore it deeper. Zhao Lianyun wanted to return, but hearing Fang Zheng's words, she followed him as they went down. Oh, there is a blessed land here. Not long after, Fang Zheng found something strange. Next, Zhao Lianyun also found out. She gasped. This blessed land is undergoing tribulation. The blessed land got damaged, and a loophole formed, causing it to be exposed to the outside world. It is so coincidental that we came at this exact moment. Otherwise, if the blessed land's entrance is shut, even if it were right in front of us, we would not be able to notice it. Let's go in and see. Fang Zheng was slightly excited as he spoke. Since this was a blessed land, there might be a Gu immortal inheritance here. After all, blessed lands were created from immortal apertures of Gu immortals. The two easily got into the blessed land. It was facing a grand tribulation now as chaos ensued. Strange. The people here are really strange. Are they the extinct beast men? Looking at the situation, there should be no Gu immortals here. Zhao Lianyun and Fang Zheng discussed for a while. They decided to help. Even though their cultivation level was low, they were not ordinary Gu immortals. They had powerful methods, and they soon calmed the situation. The people who survived in the blessed land knelt to the 2 immortals as they expressed their gratitude. Fang Zheng asked and found out that these people in the blessed land were not humans, they were dragon men. Dragon man. What variant human race is this? I have never heard of it. Fang Zheng was confused. Zhao Lianyun had become the current generation fairy of Spirit Affinity House for quite some time. She quickly frowned as she said, Dragon man is a variant human race, but we are in trouble now. She knew that she and Fang Zheng were pawns of Heavenly Court. They seemed to be moving freely, but Heavenly Court definitely had methods to watch them as expected. Gu immortals descended soon after 2 female immortals. Fang Zheng and Zhao Lianyun knew them. They were Fairy Ziwei and Qin Dingling. Fang Zheng did not understand. This blessed land is so ordinary. It is not outstanding. Why did these two great experts come here? Qin Dingling and Fairy Ziwei were in a good mood. It was evident from their facial expressions. Fang Zheng, you made a huge contribution again. Good work. Your job here is done. You can leave now. Qin Dingling smiled as she sent Fang Zheng and Zhao Lianyun away. Fang Zheng and Zhao Lianyun had to obey her as they flew back to their respective sections a moment later. Fairy Ziwei obtained the information she needed. This blessed land belongs to Duke Long's grandson, Wu Shuai. No wonder it was hidden for so long. Even Lord Duke Long was deceived. The dragonmen in this blessed land are all Wu Shuai's bloodline descendants. There are pure dragonmen and also dragonmen human mixed bloods. These dragonmen are not important, but this blessed land hides the clues to immortal Gu House Dragon Palace. Senior Qin, you were right. Fang Zheng is truly our lucky star. Fairy Ziwei had a joyful tone, because one of the creators of Dragon Palace was Wu Shuai. Heavenly Court had been looking for Dragon Palace, but progress was slow. Now that they obtained this important clue, as long as they solved it, with Heavenly Court's efforts, they would be able to deduce Dragon Palace's location. There is no time. Qin Dingling had a solemn expression. Fang Zheng is the arrangement of heavens will to deal with Fang Yuan. Since he found this blessed land and exposed Dragon Palace, it means that Fang Yuan must be trying to obtain Dragon Palace himself. Fairy Ziwei heard this and did not dare to waste time. She quickly went back to Heavenly Court to make her deductions. Chapter 1832. Chapter Duke Long's Luck. Deep in Eastern Sea, the following scene of Dragon Palace's dream realm was undergoing. The Dragon Man clone manipulated the ant army as it charged forward. There were thousands of black ants moving in a tight formation. Among them, armor ants paved the way at the front while arrow ants stayed at the rear. The ant queen was well protected in the middle. At the very end of the army were cannon ants. They were bulky and moved slowly, in front of Dragon Man clone. Tai Qin was similarly controlling her ant army. Senior brother, here I come. The yellow eyebrows girl shouted as her army pressed forward, attacking Fang Yuan's troops. Fang Yuan quickly willed as he stabilized his formation, defending with the armor ants while attacking with the cannon ants. Tai Qin controlled mainly spear ants and sprint ants. They were very offensive in nature. Fang Yuan smiled secretly to himself. Ever since the disciple ceremony of Green Ant Ascetic, Tai Qin was motivated due to the defeat against me. She changed her cautious attitude in battle and became very aggressive, often choosing to attack first. At this time, two groups of sprint ants encircled him from the left and right. Tai Qin's tactic was very clear. She wanted to use the sprint ants' speed to rapidly attack Fang Yuan's cannon ants. Cannon ants had powerful long-range attacks that could kill many spear ants in a frontal battle. But it moved slowly and had weak defense. If the two groups of sprint ants got close and attacked, it would definitely get killed. This is an appropriate tactic. However, since I moved in this formation, why would I not anticipate this weakness in the formation? Oh, junior sister, Fang Yuan smiled at the girl in front of him. Then let's fight, senior brother. The yellow eyebrows girl shouted. Her eyes shined with bright light as she exerted her full force. As the sprint ants moved closer, Fang Yuan's entire ant army retreated, encircling the cannon ants at the back. The entire process was fluid and smooth. Tai Qin saw this, and her eyes widened as she sighed with a cute expression. So amazing. Senior brother, you are able to control all of the ants at the same time. You have already mastered our master's ant thought killer move. Fang Yuan smiled as he nodded. Tai Qin gritted her teeth. Even so, I will not give up easily. Senior brother, I will take down your frontal troops. It turned out that in order to retreat, Fang Yuan left his armor ants at the front lines, blocking Tai Qin's spear ants. Fang Yuan's ant army retreated successfully, but they were separated from the armor ants in the process. The armor ants did not last long. They were quickly wiped out by the spear ants, which had greater numbers. Spear ants moved like the tides, pressing forward. Fang Yuan had already prepared his arrow ants at the most outer layer. They continued to shoot out their arrows. At the same time, cannon ants flew into the sky and blasted the spear ant army, killing many of them in the process. Due to Fang Yuan's barrage of attacks, Tai Qin finally lost as her ant army got obliterated. Sigh. I lost again, senior brother. You are really amazing. The girl let out a breath of turbid air as she looked at Fang Yuan with a glimmering gaze. There was a faint blush on her face. Fang Yuan saw this and understood why. 3 scenes had passed since Green Anesthetic's disciple recruitment ceremony. Thinking back, Fang Yuan still felt some lingering fear in the scene of the disciple recruitment ceremony. No matter what advantages he had, accidents would occur to erase them rapidly. Fang Yuan did not surrender. He considered his options and chose to keep a stalemate, preventing the yellow eyebrows girl from winning. Eventually, they ended in a draw after reaching the limits of a Gu master. Green Anesthetic appeared to stop them and took both of them as disciples. The reason was that Green Anesthetic chose his disciple, using ant manipulation on the surface, but he had his own intentions to test the nature of the Gu master and how long they could persevere. If Fang Yuan admitted defeat, he would not meet this criteria. The dream realm exploration would fail. Thus, to pass the ceremony, he could not win or lose. It had to be a draw. After that hurdle, in the following few scenes, Green Anesthetic imparted his knowledge to them. Fang Yuan gained many Gu worms, and his main opponent was this junior sister Tai Qin. Tai Qin had never won a single time when she sparred against Fang Yuan. Initially, she was not convinced, but gradually, she admitted her inferiority and even had some sort of affection brewing that she was unclear of. Great. It seems that the clone is making good progress in the dream realm. Fang Yuan observed his Dragon Man clone's luck as he spoke. This purple dragon luck had expanded in size by several times. Its surrounding black cloud luck had shrunken by 30% at the same time. The azure purple chi produced from the black clouds became denser and thicker, but at this time, blood red light flew over from the west. This blood red light was huge. It floated above the purple dragon's head but did not merge with the black cloud luck. Within the blood red light, there were the vague figures of a golden phoenix and a divine dragon. They had an incredible and threatening aura. What is going on? What changes are occurring? Fang Yuan's heart sank that he quickly deduced. This bloodlight luck is more than 10 times the size of the original one. It is coming from the west. West from Eastern Sea is either Western Desert or Central Continent. The bloodlight luck has not attacked yet, showing that now is not the time for its move. It is so big. It should be from Central Continent's Heavenly Court. How did Heavenly Court find their way here? In the previous life, they did not come here at this time. Is it the ink effect from my rebirth? Fang Yuan lacked information, but he deduced many possibilities. He was not shocked. In fact, he had plans against this, because Heavenly Court was his biggest enemy all along. Heavenly Court in Central Great Hall. Fairy Ziwei stopped her actions as joy flashed on her face. I deduced it after all. She grasped the location of a mortal Gu House Dragon Palace. This was because Heavenly Court had been sending people to secretly investigate the 5 regions to search for Dragon Palace all along. Even though progress was slow, after years of accumulation, they were close to success in the previous life. Heavenly Court found its own way to Dragon Palace. This time, with a critical clue, their accumulation led to great results. They quickly found success. Fairy Ziwei quickly told Duke Long and Qin Dingling about this news. Dragon Palace needs to be retrieved. This is my karma. Let me go and take it back. Duke Long took the responsibility for this matter. Fairy Ziwei immediately felt at ease. With Lord Duke Long taking action, we will definitely succeed. At this time, Fairy Ziwei's expression changed. She received some information. Oh no, Myriad Year Flying Warship has appeared in the River of Time. Fang Yuan is taking action again. Coincidentally at this time, Qin Dingling frowned. This is too coincidental. Let me take a look at both of your luck. Fairy Ziwei and Duke Long did not reject her. Qin Dingling first looked at Duke Long. His luck was in a dragon shape. It looked like a flaming cloud. The old dragon lowered its head as it coiled its body, about to fall asleep. This was a sign that Duke Long's lifespan was ending. Qin Dingling grunted as she observed closely, seeing that the scales on the old dragon's body were turning blood red. Its dragon head became more wrinkled as it showed an upside-down mountain character. This symbolized failure. Qin Dingling was shocked. There exists a person in this world that can make Duke Long fail. At this moment, her vision turned blood red. Her luck inspection killer move was forced to stop. The backlash caused Qin Dingling to cough out a mouthful of blood. Senior Qin. Fairy Ziwei quickly went to support Qin Dingling after standing firmly with her eyes still bleeding uncontrollably. Qin Dingling smiled bitterly while having temporary blindness. Senior Duke Long. You are truly powerful. Your Dao marks are too numerous. My luck inspection killer move could only take a glimpse. Even though Qin Dingling had a rank 8 level luck inspection method, the actual use of it depended on the target. In Duke Long's case, his Dao marks far exceed the peak of rank 8. He also had defensive killer moves in the form of dragon markings. They activated earlier. It was tough on you. Duke Long asked, how is the result? Qin Dingling shook her head with a worrisome expression. Not good. Senior Duke Long will face an intense battle if he goes. There is a chance of failure. How can this be? Fairy Ziwei was shocked. This is not unimaginable. Duke Long shook his head. The world is vast and unpredictable. The river of time moves endlessly throughout time. Humans are merely a tiny segment of this. This is quite interesting. I am curious to know what can make me fail. Qin Dingling added. Luck is a variable. This only hints that Senior Duke Long has a chance of failure in this trip. But it is not a problem. I cultivate all living beings' luck. I can use luck path methods to amplify or change your luck, Senior Duke Long. However, I need a few days. Okay, I will wait for a few days then. Duke Long thought about it and made his decision. Chapter 1833. Qi Si Ancestor. In the dream realm, Senior Brother, was the dinner I made yesterday delicious? After Green Antiseptic's lesson, Junior Sister Tai Qin came to Fang Yuan and asked him in anticipation. Fang Yuan smiled. It was really not bad. To think that Junior Sister had such talent. You will definitely make a good wife in the future. I wonder who would be so fortunate as to become your husband? Senior Brother, you are making fun of me again. Tai Qin's face turned red as an apple as she spoke in a soft tone. If Senior Brother likes it, I will make more for you. Sure, then I will be happy to eat it. Fang Yuan laughed heartily. This time, a dragon man Gu immortal appeared. My son. Father, why are you here? Fang Yuan was a little surprised. Oh, hello, Uncle Wu. Tai Qin quickly greeted nervously. The dragon man Gu immortal nodded at the young girl, smiling. You are Tai Qin, right? My son has mentioned you many times in his letters. This is a small gift from me. Do accept it. No, I cannot. Tai Qin wanted to reject it, but Fang Yuan received it for her, putting it in her palm and forcing her to keep it. Take it. My father has come for important businesses. Our lesson today has to end here. Fang Yuan apologized. It is not a problem. No problem at all. Tai Qin quickly waved her hand and thanked the Gu immortal before respectfully taking her leave. Such a pure and innocent girl. My son, are you interested? Seeing that Tai Qin had left, the dragon man Gu immortal joked. Fang Yuan smiled as he thought. The dream realm has changed again. He spoke cautiously. Father, don't you understand me well enough? Ha ha ha. The dragon man Gu immortal laughed loudly as he patted Fang Yuan's shoulders. I came here for important businesses indeed. The daughter of calligraphy pavilion lady, Shu Jiuling, has reached the age of 16 and is holding a contest to find her husband. Any remarkable young man can participate. I want you to join it. Oh. Fang Yuan was slightly surprised. He knew about the matter of Shu Jiuling in the earlier scene. Tai Qin had mentioned it while they were chatting. Shu Jiuling originally loved Gu immortal Fan Ji. She was impregnated with his child, but he refused to marry her, constantly giving excuses to in the end. Shu Jiuling finally understood Fan Ji's true nature. She felt extremely hurt. She stayed locked up within the residence of her mother, calligraphy pavilion lady, never going out. Calligraphy pavilion. Lady had rank 8 cultivation level. She owned the immortal Gu House Calligraphy Pavilion. She was a leader of Central Continent's lone cultivators. As a mother, seeing that her daughter was in such a state, she became furious. She wanted to find that heartless man and settle the score with him. But Fan Ji was the last disciple of Black Heaven Temple's first supreme elder Kong Yihen. He was also a rank 8 Gu immortal with no children but many disciples. His most beloved disciple was the final and youngest one. Fan Ji, he treated him like a son. Calligraphy Pavilion lady could not act rashly against him. She had to approach Kong Yihen and seek an answer. Thus, Kong Yihen brought his beloved disciple Fan Ji to Calligraphy Pavilion as they negotiated, but something happened during this. Not only did they not have an agreement, they even fought. After Kong Yihen and Calligraphy Pavilion Lady fought for a few rounds, they stopped. Fan Ji and Xu Jiuling became complete enemies as Xu Jiuling said in a rage, threatening Fan Ji. "Don't regret this, you don't want me, but there are countless in this world who do." Fan Ji smiled coldly. "I came here to negotiate with you, but you are going too far. I want to see who has the guts to interfere in this. I want to see who has the passion to be with you even though this child is in your womb." Xu Jiuling fainted from anger on the spot, as her mother, Calligraphy Pavilion Lady, definitely had to back up her daughter. After Xu Jiuling woke up, she wanted to arrange an open competition to find a husband. Calligraphy Pavilion Lady could not convince her daughter. She also felt that maybe someone else could give her daughter happiness. Even if her daughter does not like him, this event can distract her and lift her from depression and constant thoughts of suicide. Tai Qin had said it with excitement and joy. She was delighted and treated this as a joke. Fang Yuan laughed then, but now, he could not laugh anymore, he thought. The Dragon Man race wants to be independent and strong. They have a strong ambition. This is a good chance indeed. Calligraphy Pavilion Lady is a rank 8 lone immortal who is going against Black Heaven Temple. If I can become the son-in-law of Calligraphy Pavilion Lady, with this relationship, I can lead her over to the side of my Dragon Man race. As for Xu Jiuling's appearance, personality, and the baby in her womb, they were not a concern. Fang Yuan did not care, compared to ambitions, so what if he had to make sacrifices? Normally, only people who were able to endure things that were absurd could create unimaginable achievements that normal people could not do. But junior sister Tai Qin's affection towards me is growing. If I do that, I will be letting her down. This girl will be very upset. Fang Yuan felt a sense of guilt in his heart. But immediately, he jolted in his heart as he realized. No, wait. What happened to me? This is the dream realm. I am Fang Yuan, not Wu Shuai. Why am I feeling guilt? What a powerful dream realm. It actually affected my emotions. The last few scenes of the dream realm were very stable and safe, but it was subtly trying to influence me. I was actually affected. That was close. If he had cold sweat, it would have formed on Fang Yuan's forehead already, but he was in the dream realm. Normally speaking, when Fang Yuan explores dream realms, his body would be outside while his soul enters. He would often travel between inside and outside. There was a clear differentiation. But now, Fang Yuan's Dragon Man clone went in with both body and soul. He explored it continuously for days. He was immersed in it. Even though Fang Yuan regained his clarity now and knew reality and dream, his emotions were actually affected earlier. This was a forewarning of danger. When exploring dream realms, the worst case was getting immersed in it and dissociating from reality. Emotions were the most powerful tool. Once they were affected, all sorts of feelings would emerge. Fang Yuan would be trapped in quicksand, falling deeper and deeper until he got devoured by the dream realm. The Dragon Man Gu Immortal observed Fang Yuan's expression for a while before nodding in satisfaction. My son, you are truly unaffected by the restraints of love and affection. I will go and meet Green and Ascetic now, to tell him about this matter and get approval for a leave of absence for you. I will follow father's arrangements. Fang Yuan quickly said, River of Time. Boom, boom, boom. Intense explosions occurred as waves of river water shot out. Swoosh. A flying boat was riding on this huge wave, flying with lightning speed resembling a silver ray of light. It was Myriad Year Flying Warship, and behind Myriad Year Flying Warship, 5 immortal Gu houses chased relentlessly. Within Myriad Year Flying Warship, Bai Ning Bing and the rest went to their stations and fought with tense emotions. This heavenly court is truly rich. They managed to rebuild present and past pavilion as well as eternal yacht. Not just that, they also have 3 autumn yellow crane platform, shark flow lever, and that mysterious immortal Gu house. Heavenly Court is truly the #1 force in the world. Their foundation is shocking. Bai Ning Bing and the rest did not recognize Heavenly Court's moment stage. In order to construct this time path immortal Gu house, Fairy Ziwei had taken out the core immortal Gu of Million Heavenly King Gallery and Heavenly Court. Forget about the other 4 immortal Gu houses. But this moment stage was a rank 8 immortal Gu house. And there was rank 8 time path Gu immortal Gu Lu Ru inside moment stage. 8's myriad year flying warship fought against moment stage. The other 4 rank 7. Immortal Gu houses were not idling, because the situation now was quite different. By Ningbing's side could only fight while moving away. No worries. We have advantage in luck. We can use the River of Time's complex environment to cause damage to Heavenly Court. That's right. After we weaken them sufficiently, we will counterattack. A few days later, Heavenly Court, Duke Long was ready to move out. Qin Dingling, who had a pale face, and Fairy Ziwei sent him off. After changing Duke Long's luck, Qin Dingling's condition was bad. She could not accompany him or join the fight in the River of Time. She could only recuperate in Heavenly Court. Fairy Ziwei had to stay in Heavenly Court to oversee the situation and prevent Longevity Heaven from launching a sneak attack. The Immortal Gu House battle in the River of Time has gone on for a few days, but Fang Yuan has not shown up. With Feng Jiuji's Dao Guardian luck, we can make up for the weakness in luck. Thus, we have the upper hand now. This Fang Yuan should not be underestimated. Ziwei, pay more attention to him, Duke Long said with deep care and concern. Yes. Fairy Ziwei had a solemn expression. Fang Zheng is ready now. He is inside Immortal Crane Sect's Pine Crane Pavilion. He is already on the route of Lord Duke Long's journey. Good. Duke Long nodded as he turned into a purple dragon-shaped chi, vanishing on the spot. Fang Yuan inspected his clone's luck again. The Dragon Man clone's purple dragon luck expanded by several times again. It was energetic and lively, moving casually within the black clouds. Half of the black cloud was already an azure purple color. This showed that the chances of Fang Yuan becoming the Dragon Palace Lord was much higher now. However, at the top of this black cloud luck, a huge bloodlight luck was already pressing down. It was very close. Within the bloodlight luck, the golden phoenix phantom was gone. Only the purple dragon figure was left. It was huge and menacing. Compared to the bloodlight luck, the black cloud luck and the purple dragon were small and weak. It seems that only my main body can stop this variable. Fang Yuan had his realization. Oh, he's here. At the next moment, his eyes shined with bright light that he saw that an immemorial white heaven, an immortal Gu house flew closer. It was Immortal Crane Sect's Pine Crane Pavilion. Fang Yuan breathed in deeply as he activated his battlefield killer move. This Chi Path battlefield had been prepared for a long time. It had been waiting for this moment. What? Within Pine Crane Pavilion, Fang Zheng was deeply shocked as his vision warped greatly. He became trapped instantly. An enemy has ambushed me. But I have Pine Crane Pavilion. Thankfully, ugh. Fang Zheng's expression was filled with shock and fear. Boundless chi currents shot out like arrows, gathering towards Pine Crane Pavilion in an immeasurable number. The terrifying might made Fang Zheng's heart skip a beat. Rank 8 killer move. Fang Zheng turned pale instantly. Pine Crane Pavilion was just a rank 6 immortal Gu house. How could it block such an attack? At the crucial moment, a figure appeared. Who else could it be but Duke Long? It turned out that Duke Long did not meet with Fang Zheng. He only followed secretly and instructed Fang Zheng to head towards Eastern Sea using Pine Crane Pavilion. This was also Qin Dingling's suggestion. Giving Fang Zheng some freedom would cause disturbance towards Fang Yuan naturally. But Fang Zheng moved with peace and serenity until this moment when he met his foe. Without Duke Long, he would die without doubt. Duke Long pushed with his palms as the surrounding chi currents broke apart and crumbled. Who is it? Come out. Duke Long shouted. I am Chi Si Ancestor. Fang Yuan revealed himself, but he had a different appearance now. Chapter 1834. Fang Yuan fights Duke Long. It's Lord Duke Long. Fang Zheng saw Duke Long and became surprised and joyful that he knew Duke Long's identity. In fact, they had met before. If not for Lord Duke Long's appearance, I would have died already. With him around, I should be safe. Fang Zheng no longer felt fear. He was assured that he knew what kind of person Duke Long was. This was Red Lotus Demon Venerable's master. Fang Zheng took another look at the person who almost took his life. Chi Si Ancestor. This old man wore a white robe. His sleeves fluttered in the air. His long white beard drooped to his feet. He had a solemn expression and grand aura. The clouds floated quietly around him, giving him an immortal-like disposition. Fang Zheng could not recognize this as Fang Yuan's disguise. He was curious about the old man's identity. This old man has rank 8 cultivation level, but he is not any of the known rank 8 great experts of Eastern Sea. Who is he? Not just him, even Duke Long was curious. But Eastern Sea was vast and had the most resources among the 5 regions. It was normal to have a hidden rank 8 cultivator. Immediately, Duke Long smiled. Qi Si ancestor. As a rank 8, it is fine to call yourself an ancestor. But calling yourself Qi Si in front of me, you are simply too arrogant. Fang Zheng heard this and had a thought. That's right, Lord Duke Long primarily cultivates Qi path, followed by transformation path. He is a rare, dual cultivator. This rank 8 Eastern Sea old man also cultivates Qi path, but he is going against Lord Duke Long he. Fang Zheng felt a little sympathy for Qi Si ancestor, AT this time. He heard Duke Long's voice. You have clear ill intentions, tell me. What is your motive for staying here and ambushing us? What is your relationship with Fang Yuan? Fang Yuan was slightly surprised, he thought. How did he link my identity to Fang Yuan in this situation? On the surface, Fang Yuan smiled coldly. I am a secluded cultivator of Eastern Sea. I do not bother people who do not offend me. But your heavenly court is too ambitious. You seek to take over all 5 regions and unify the world. In the future, you will look for trouble with me and attempt to kill me. Duke Long frowned slightly. He retorted, Qi Si ancestor, you must have been deceived by that demon Fang Yuan. We have no grudges with each other. This is our first encounter. Why would we attack you? That demon Fang Yuan is crafty and likes to sow discord. You must not trust him blindly. Fang Yuan snorted coldly. I did not believe him at first, but this Fang Yuan pointed out many of my secrets. He gave concrete evidence. He is someone from the future. Should I believe him or you? Duke Long's frown became even deeper. Fang Yuan's accusation was quite shameless. If he targeted Heavenly Court's past or current actions, Duke Long could retort with evidence. But talking about Heavenly Court's future actions, Duke Long had nothing to say. Even he was uncertain himself. In fact, even Duke Long had his own interpretation. How can a rank 8 Gu immortal be so easily deceived? Since Fang Yuan convinced this Qi Si ancestor to obstruct Heavenly Court, in the future, it is likely that we really went ahead to attack him. In that case, there is no point in talking. Duke Long sighed as he thought about his mission to retrieve Dragon Palace, yet faced obstruction here. Qi Si ancestor was clearly here to stop him. With this deduction, Fang Yuan was likely going after Dragon Palace now. I need to settle this battle quickly. Duke Long's eyes flashed with resolution. Fang Yuan managed to deceive him after all. This was not just because of Fang Yuan's modified familiar face killer move that was now compatible with his Qi path methods. Most importantly, Qi Si ancestor was emitting a genuine rank 8 aura now. Duke Long thought that Fang Yuan was a rank 7 Gu immortal. Not just Duke Long, the Wisdom Path great expert Fairy Ziwei and the entire Heavenly Court, in fact, the entire world, had the same thought. Different from the previous life, right now, the Sovereign Immortal Aperture's secret was not exposed yet. Fang Yuan had defended this secret very well. Immortal killer move, Dragon Claw Strike. Duke Long made up his mind. He wasted no time as he attacked with no hesitation. This was a transformation path killer move. Immediately, a claw mark appeared in the air. Fang Zheng, who was inside Pine Crane Pavilion, gasped to think that Duke Long was the first to attack, and he even launched a sneak attack. Even though Qi Si ancestor got hit by the attack, he turned into cloud fog as he faded away. Fang Yuan was guarded against Duke Long from the start. Because this was his immortal battlefield, it was easy for him to dodge it. Duke Long's expression did not change. The attack earlier was just a test. Now that he probed it, this was truly a Qi path battlefield. Transformation path methods were greatly restricted here. In that case, he would use different methods. Duke Long did not turn around. He directly pointed behind him. Air currents moved as a layer of bubbles quickly surrounded Pine Crane Pavilion, protecting it. Thank you, Lord Duke Long. Fang Zheng did not dare to wait. He quickly thanked him. Duke Long did not pay attention to him as he used another killer move. After a while, he pushed with his palms as multiple Qi dragons emerged. The half-transparent Qi dragon moved rapidly. Once it finds Fang Yuan's location, it would attack on its own. Lord Duke Long is truly not an ordinary rank 8 Gu immortal. Fang Yuan saw these chi dragons which were all over 100 feet long. They were majestic and grand. He could not help but praise. But at this moment, Duke Long raised his head, his eyes shining with a sharp light. What sound is that? Fang Yuan also heard the loud sound as he raised his head to look at the next moment. His mouth opened wide as his pupils shrunk. He saw that a grand blade chi that was 1,000 feet long, thick and wide, resembling a deity's warblade, slammed down with a force that sought to cut this world into two. The blade chi was vast and grand. It created gusts of wind and rumbling thunder. Fang Yuan was shell-shocked. He was like a tiny ant. Those majestic chi dragons from earlier looked like earthworms, or snakes now. At the crucial moment, Duke Long shouted and used his killer move. Chi Wall. Chi Wall was the most common defensive killer move of Chi Path. But the method that Duke Long used now was not simple. That he used a consecutive move, using Chi Wall 3 times. The Chi Wall first had 1 layer. Before it expanded twice, it became thicker and tougher. It was the fusion of 3 Chi Walls. Boom. The blade Chi landed on the Chi Wall, causing a thunderous sound that exploded intensely. Even though he was inside Pine Crane Pavilion, Fang Yuan's vision still turned dark as he felt dizzy. His ears were bleeding as blood flowed out. The Chi Wall collapsed while the blade Chi dispersed to a large extent. The remaining portion was not able to do any threatening damage. Pine Crane Pavilion was like a small raft. It shook intensely from the aftershock, constantly shaking. Fang Yuan took a lot of effort to stabilize the immortal Gu house. As his face turned pale, he was breathing roughly in a pathetic state. How can this Eastern Sea Gu immortal be so strong? Fang Yuan was still completely dumbfounded. His sense of safety from earlier had been completely erased. Duke Long was unscathed, but his expression was solemn. He no longer had a relaxed mood. He raised his head to look at Fang Yuan, who was high up in the sky. They were quite far apart. The blade Chi earlier had an obvious aura. Fang Yuan's location was naturally exposed now. Duke Long rose in altitude as he said to Fang Yuan, "That is a powerful blade Chi. Even though it is not elaborate, it has a lot of raw power. But how many times can you use this move?" Fang Yuan smiled. He was calm and composed. The killer move earlier had too much power. Duke Long thought that Fang Yuan had activated it after a long period of preparation. This was quite an obvious thought, but he had no idea that Fang Yuan was a special exception. "Oh, you mean this? It was just a casual attack." Saying so, Fang Yuan pointed his index finger at Pine Crane Pavilion as he tapped. Boom! A grand blade Chi gathered and shot out again with imposing might. Fang Yuan tapped his finger again. Boom! Another blade Chi with vast power followed after the attack from earlier with might that could split heaven and earth. Fang Yuan tapped his finger again. Boom! The third blade Chi shot out with the same power. In fact, it was even larger than the ones before. Fang Yuan's body froze on the spot. He was dumbfounded. This. Duke Long was also deeply shocked. The enemy's blade Chi killer move was very easily used. It was as simple as drinking water. But how could this be possible? Of course it was possible. Fang Yuan had a lot of Chi Path down marks. It was more than 1,000,000. Adding in the Chi Path battlefield's amplification, it was reasonable that it reached this stage. Duke Long also had Chi Path down marks, but the numbers were only 30% of Fang Yuan's down marks. Thus, Fang Yuan's blade Chi killer move needed 3 Chi walls to block. He has such immense battle strength. To think that Eastern Sea contains such a character. Interesting. Duke Long's eyes shined with brilliance. His battle intent was completely drawn out that he looked over. Those 3 blade Chi were approaching rapidly with an unstoppable might. It has been so long since I've last had a challenging battle. Duke Long breathed in deeply, before his overwhelming aura burst out in all directions. Dragon roars were heard as he charged directly towards the blade Chi, while Fang Yuan and Duke Long engaged in fierce combat. The dream realm in the sea was quiet and tranquil. "Junior sister, be careful. I've prepared this move for a long time." The Dragon Man clone smiled as he spoke. The yellow eyebrows girl Tai Chin smiled delicately. "Brother Shuai, go ahead. I am ready." "Good." Dragon Man clone waved his hand as the ant army flew, creating a golden river that crashed towards Tai Chin. Tai Chin also waved her hand. Flying ants appeared from the ground and moved like a river as well, retaliating. The two ant groups met in the sky, but they did not fight. Instead, they fused together with no casualties. The ant groups merged completely in the sky. They were an entity now, under the golden light. Fang Yuan's Dragon Man clone looked at Tai Chin with a sincere gaze. Tai Chin also looked at him bravely. Her face was flushing, but her eyes could not hide the affection that she had. Junior sister. Senior brother. The two walked closer and felt deep love for each other. The ant army flew around them and danced in joy. A moment later, it was time to separate. Junior sister, I need to go. Sigh, I want to be with you forever, but I cannot defy my father. I have a family now. It has been hard on you these years. The Dragon Man clone kissed Tai Chin goodbye. Tai Chin shook her head. No, it has not been tough. Senior brother, you are forced to do this, while I had chosen this of my own accord. I will always be here. You can come anytime. I will be around. When Dragon Man clone returned to Calligraphy Pavilion, it was already midnight. The moon was bright in the sky. He looked at the pavilion at the peak of the mountain as he felt a sense of sorrow in his heart. This time, from the shadows, a Dragon Man Gu immortal secretly flew up and met with Dragon Man clone. Brother, when you were not around, sister-in-law went to meet with that Fang again in secret. The Dragon Man Gu immortal reported with displeasure on his face. Humph, this slut. The Dragon Man clone had a grim expression. At this moment, an intense rage emerged in his heart. Chapter 1835, snapped in two. Wait, this is just the dream realm. I am not the real Wu Shuai. Why is there a need to feel hatred? The Dragon Man clone was stunned as he quickly regained clarity. He blinked and subconsciously touched his forehead. He did not feel any cold sweat. Instead, he could feel a pair of warm coral-like dragon horns that he felt a deep chill in his heart. Brother, what do we do now? The Dragon Man Gu immortal informant asked again. Fang Yuan looked at him. This Dragon Man Gu immortal still had a trace of his appearance in his youthful days. It was Huang Wei. He had once competed with Wu Shuai to become the disciple of Green Ant Ascetic, but had failed. But this person had enough talent and aptitude. Due to the Dragon Man race's diligence, they were highly united compared to the humans. They rarely had internal strife. This allowed all of the Dragon Man young geniuses to grow properly. Especially geniuses like Huang Wei, they were nurtured intensely. Fang Yuan's character, Wu Shuai, knew of his talent and wanted to befriend him. Due to a coincidence, Wu Shuai saved Huang Wei's life, and they ended up becoming sworn brothers. A few scenes of the dream realm made rapid progress in terms of time. Fang Yuan was already a Gu immortal now. Fang Yuan thought about it as he snorted coldly. A little impatience will spoil great plans. We will continue to pretend we don't know this as always. This Shu Jiuling had once been pregnant with Fan Ji's child. She got abandoned, and in a fit of anger, chose to have a competition to find a husband. Wu Shuai obeyed his father's orders and became the husband of Shu Jiuling, as they wanted to create a relationship with Central Continent's rank 8 lone immortal Calligraphy Pavilion lady. Honestly speaking, Calligraphy Pavilion lady played a significant role in Wu Shuai's ascension to become a Gu immortal. She provided lots of resources, but Shu Jiuling still could not stop thinking of Fan Ji even after giving birth to her son. After some time, Fan Ji was also reminiscing about Shu Jiuling. He decided to approach her again. Shu Jiuling could not control herself. She kept in contact with Fan Ji. They met with each other countless times. It almost became an open secret. Originally, Wu Shuai becoming her husband already made him the laughingstock of Central Continent's Gu immortal world. Now, it was only worse. Ordinary Gu immortals who had a weak nature would not care. But Wu Shuai was a heroic genius with great aptitude. It was not easy for someone like him to endure this. The higher my cultivation level, the more easily I will succumb to this dream realm. After staying in this dream realm for so long, I've almost thought that I was Wu Shuai myself. Or maybe, this is the true test of Dragon Palace. Fang Yuan's clone had a burst of inspiration. He realized the truth. This dream realm was the test for Dragon Palace's inheritor. It did not just test their personality, because choices in the dream realm might not necessarily reflect one's true intentions. The dream realm was not just testing him, it was also creating an inheritor. Even if a person was unsuitable, as long as they passed the dream realm, After such a long period of brainwashing, the Gu immortal would emerge as someone who hated heavenly court and loved dragon men. They might even become like Wu Shuai, taking on the responsibility of the uprise of the dragon man race. It is possible that those 4 Eastern Sea rank 8s tried to explore this dream realm but failed. In this process, their minds were warped and turned into dragon generals. What do? I have already started to succumb to it. It is not easy to stay awake. The more I explore this, the worse the situation becomes. If I fail, I will become a dragon general. If I win, I will be modified into the Dragon Palace Lord. My main body might not even be my priority anymore. I will solely want to revitalize the Dragon Man race. Fang Yuan's clone felt his heart turning cold as he realized this. Regardless of success or failure, neither result was favorable to him. And the scariest thing was, even if he wanted to leave now, it was impossible. The main body had no idea this was the situation. No information could be transmitted out of this dream realm. I had actually fallen into the trap of this immortal Gu House Dragon Palace. Noticing this, Fang Yuan's clone did not know whether to laugh or cry if he suddenly thought of the previous life. Wait, why was Bai Ning being able to control Dragon Palace and become the owner of Dragon Palace in my previous life? Fang Yuan had never been able to deduce the truth behind this. In the previous life, Duke Long had taken away Dragon Palace, but he did not pass the Dream Realm test. Afterwards, it became Bai Ningbing's possession for some reason. This means that Duke Long did not truly obtain Dragon Palace. He only suppressed it forcefully. But even if he only suppressed it, how could he not know it himself? If he knew, why would he place Dragon Palace in Hidden Dragon Cave instead of Heavenly Court, which was a safer location? Dragon Palace is an enslavement path immortal Gu House. According to the battle in my previous life, Di Zongsheng had also participated. It was likely enslaved by Dragon Palace. Thus, this means that Duke Long was trying to use Dragon Palace to subdue Di Zongsheng. In the end, Dragon Palace subdued Di Zongsheng, but turned against Heavenly Court. Bai Ningbing should have no time to explore the dream realms. Even if she does, she has no ability to explore these dream realms. However, because the dream realms were taken away by Heavenly Court, Bai Ningbing became a lucky winner? The Dragon Man clone shook his head. After considering all this, his brain started to hurt. There was too little information. He could not figure out the truth of the matter. Currently, I need to stall for time until my main body notices this problem and saves me. The Dragon Man clone did not know the situation outside. Fang Yuan's main body was currently fighting intensely against Duke Long.I in this current situation. If he aggressively explores the dream realm, he would definitely be brainwashed. He would succumb to this dream and be unable to wake up. If he fails, he will become a dragon general. If he succeeds, he will become the Dragon Palace Lord but would betray the main body. His personality, values, and life goals would all change. Neither one was what he wanted. Immemorial White Heaven Chi Path Battlefield. Boom! An intense explosion whipped up a strong shockwave. Air currents surged, blowing towards the entire world. Pine Crane Pavilion was like a paper boat that swayed helplessly in this tsunami. It would break apart at any moment. Fang Zheng was completely dizzy inside. His face was pale without any trace of liveliness. I am a Gu immortal, but I am not even qualified to watch this battle. If not for Lord Duke Long's protection, I would have died without a proper corpse already. Looking at Duke Long's figure, Fang Zheng felt admiration and gratitude. After such a long battle, Duke Long was still energetic as he stood straight. His dragon scales shined brightly in the light, but his dragon eyes were blazing with anger. Qi Si Ancestor, you are such a powerful expert, but you choose to attack the weak. You truly do not possess the disposition of a great expert. Fang Yuan laughed. Attacking the enemy's weakness is a righteous path tactic. That just happens to be my style of fighting. Furthermore, I am very curious. Who is inside this immortal Gu house? Why are you, Duke Long, protecting them time and time again? Fang Zheng did not know that Qi Si Ancestor was Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan was also unaware that his brother Guyu Fang Zheng was inside Pine Crane Pavilion. Even though these brothers were meeting, they did not know each other's identity. And similar to the battle in the previous life, Fang Yuan also sensed acutely that the person inside this Pine Crane Pavilion was harmful to him. Fang Yuan attacked many times. Pine Crane Pavilion was within the range of his attacks, and because this was Fang Yuan's domain, fog spread out and concealed his true self, allowing him to use killer moves with ease. Duke Long was kept in a passive spot. He defended more than he attacked. Fang Yuan suppressed him for now, but at this moment, waves of dragon roars resounded within the dense fog. What's going on? Fang Yuan was bewildered. Following the waves of dragon roars, clouds started to gather and turned into giant dragon chi currents. Spiral currents continued to form and expand. They were like the undercurrents of the sea, splitting up the battlefield into multiple areas. A large amount of fog were drawn in by these currents and got devoured, as these currents expanded continuously. This is a split move. What an ingenious killer move. Without the fog to conceal him, Fang Yuan's true body was exposed. He sighed in admiration. There were 4 main killer move manipulation techniques that existed. Split move was one of them. Back then in the Battle of Snowy Mountain Blessed Land, when many parties went after Ma Hongyun, old ancestor Shui, who had displayed a split move technique, he displayed incredible battle strength. Right now, Duke Long was also using this technique without causing a commotion prior, when Fang Yuan was fighting. With him, he thought that these were just minor moves, but to think that they were all part of the same Chi Path killer move. When Duke Long activated them fully, a terrifying power was unleashed. What is the name of this move? Fang Yuan looked at these currents as he sighed. He knew that in the short term, he could not do anything to these currents. Duke Long laughed heartily. The anger on his face was completely gone. He was just acting earlier to stall for time, in a battle between experts. Words and expressions were weapons. Duke Long's battle experiences were richer than Fang Yuan. He could use these techniques casually in battle. Even Fang Yuan was caught off guard. This move is called Reverse Worm Dragon. I only succeeded after 10 years of practicing it. It was correct that you did not attack them immediately, because any Chi Path methods you use will only help them to grow, from worm to dragon. Their power will rise by 100 times. You will not be able to guard against it. Duke Long explained plainly he was not explaining for fun. He wanted Fang Yuan to be less inclined to attack. At the same time, he was preparing a powerful killer move. His grand aura could barely be contained. Fang Yuan's brain worked rapidly. He did not see Duke Long use this reverse worm dragon move in the previous life. In fact, when Duke Long rampaged in the previous life, he had not used his expression or words to deceive his enemies. This meant that Duke Long was treating Chi Si ancestor as a powerful enemy. He was serious now. Reverse Worm Dragon's profundity was not inferior to the killer move Unlimited Chi Si. Fang Yuan had also not forgotten about Duke Long's trump card Chi Path killer move, Triple Chi Retraction. This Reverse Worm Dragon seems to have been created to counter battlefield killer moves. These worms are so troublesome to deal with. If they evolve into dragons, they would become even stronger. But so what? Thinking of this, Fang Yuan smiled arrogantly. He attacked. Blade Chi gathered and slashed down again. Duke Long was stunned. He had clearly seen this move's profundity. He should avoid it. By attacking now, is he trying to stop me from using my killer move, to disrupt my tempo and continue suppressing me? Activating killer moves needed time. But Fang Yuan did not give Duke Long a chance. He did not feel disheartened. He stopped the killer move activation as he brought along Pine Crane Pavilion to dodge the attacks. You want to suppress me, but you are actually helping to raise Reverse Worm Dragon's strength. They will grow from worm to dragon. I will get a chance. Duke Long was burning with battle intent. He wanted to fight with his full-powered as expected. The blade Chi landed on the spiral currents and got absorbed by them to a large extent. The currents grew rapidly, exploding on the spot as more than 10 of them fused into one divine dragon. Its body was long and majestic. It also filled this entire Chi Path battlefield. Compared to it, Pine Crane Pavilion was like a tiny mosquito beside an elephant. Such a powerful killer move. Lord Duke Long is finally retaliating. Fang Zheng saw this and became overjoyed. The next moment, Fang Yuan spoke slowly in a calm tone. So this is turning worm into dragon. It is powerful, but it is not enough. Saying so, he activated his killer move. Chi Path killer move. Inyang Great Killer Hands. Rumble. With a loud explosion, 2 huge hands, one black and one white, appeared out of nowhere. The two hands were so large they could loom over heaven and earth. They had an intrinsic pattern. At this moment, they grabbed at the Chi dragon's neck and tail. The huge dragon growled and struggled intensely. But the giant hands were unmoving like they were made of metal. Fang Yuan pulled with both hands from afar. Boom! The huge dragon was directly snapped in two by him without putting up a resistance. Fang Zheng opened his mouth wide. He was unable to close it. Fang Yuan stretched his fingers as he looked at Duke Long, saying plainly, "All right, I'm done warming up." Duke Long had a serious expression. His dragon pupils shined with a domineering light. He stared fixedly at Fang Yuan. He opened his mouth, revealing his sharp, white teeth as he said, "Great. It seems you are truly a worthy opponent."